Welcome back, super sleuths on the net discovering Barack Obama's most horrifying secret. No, not that one, Dana. One that could shatter the image forever of our hope and change messiah. Roll it, Lars.
What should be easy is getting rid of the pointless waste and stupid spending that doesn't benefit anybody. Did you know the federal government pays for a website devoted to a folk music ensemble made up of forest rangers? They're called the Fiddlin' Foresters. I'll put their music on my iPod, but I'm not paying for their website.
The American people are entitled to transparency. By that, I mean they're entitled to be able to figure out where their dollars are going.
Barry O was touting the virtues of cutting government waste back in 2011. Now, where have we heard that one before? Jessica, this is quite interesting, don't you think?
Not really.
Fiddlin' Foresters?
Oh, sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Waste, fraud, and abuse, huh?
Yeah, sure.
You guys invented it.
Well, no, but everybody...
Get to the point.
Is that the red light already? Yeah. Democrats don't like waste, fraud, and abuse either. Go back to what Bill Clinton did. Put Al Gore in charge of it.
That was a mistake. He put Biden...
It wasn't.
I'm talking about Biden. He put Biden
this is Biden's
in charge.
fault. I love this part of the show. It's Biden's fault.
It's like putting the Fox in charge of the
hen house.
Thank you.
Just go through Congress, work together to do that. You have Democrats that the first day they announced DOGE said, sign me up. I'm happy to do this. It is widely popular as an idea. In execution, though, it's a massive bomb.
That's what you said, just in the everything you agree with, except it's not doing well. You're not doing it the right way.
Well, do you think that going around and the hundreds of millions of dollars of cuts from Johns Hopkins, Jesse isn't here to defend his sister's honor, but what they're doing there, I mean, all of our scientific innovation, medical innovation are coming from these institutes.
Like COVID. Like COVID.
That's
where
such
did
a
the
funny
virus
game.
come?
Okay.
Where did the virus come from?
It came from a lab. Oh my God, it came from a lab.
Where did the money come from?
I can admit it. What gain of function? I'll say all the talking points that you want.
You're doing one right now.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you're doing the.
They are.
I found this
Elon
one
Musk
example. This one example that says it's bad.
$800 million from Johns Hopkins is more than one example. There's thousands of employees being fired.
What are the cuts? What are they cutting?
It's
administrative.
R&D.
It's redundant, and it has to do with technology.
The veterans that are getting fired, Social Security payments, that they're marking people as dead who are not dead. How do you feel about that?
Those are mistakes.
No big deal.
But the thing is, you will agree with this, and then you will go, but I don't like the way it's being done.
Because he's not
then how do you do it?
Doing it. You do it like they did in the 90s. You don't do it like this. Elon Musk is getting more and more government contracts. He's not having to look under the hood of what he's doing. His companies aren't up for examination, but he's going around doing this. You know, it costs 12 cents per day to keep someone who has HIV alive, right? And we're cutting those contracts.
We're killing people with HIV.
We are. Take a look at the New York Times article from the weekend.
I was busy.
Exhausting.
Brian?
So for number one, Elon Musk cuts every day because he's got his own private business. And if it's not solved, the shareholders are going to keep him like...
government dollars.
No, they don't just primarily run off government dollars. Brian. But when you go into space and NASA doesn't want to pay for it anymore, and the private industry says, I can't do it, and one guy goes, I can do it, and I can do it cheaper, and I can also put up your, I can also save your astronauts, that's a hero. He has to lean out his companies every single day. He doesn't need government to do it. A couple other things I think is important. You can't have politicians cut the budget. It's impossible.
Amen.
They have too much stake in the game. They will not cut anything that will hurt them politically.
Brilliant.
You are helping them to come in there with accountants and do it apolitically because Republicans are going to get hurt too, and you can't do it. Go ahead, turn the head. This is going to hurt, so I'm going to have somebody else do it. Also, don't blame Elon Musk anymore. It's Amy Gleason. She's in charge of DOGE.
She didn't even know she was in charge.
She said she was in charge. She says she was in charge, and she doesn't have to check with Elon Musk on anything. Amy Gleason.
Typical Amy. Judge, what do you make of this?
What I make of this is everybody's in favor of DOGE unless you connect Elon Musk to it. And then what happens is, and I don't want to go into the next block, but it's Trump derangement syndrome. Okay, you mention Elon Musk, and then they go ballistic. And then Mark Kelly gets rid of his car, and everybody's...
Buys a gas guzzler, buys a Tahoe.
Yeah, I mean, really, instead. But you know what I love about this? I love the fact that Clinton got rid of 400,000 federal employees. Nobody said boo. Obama says, I'm getting rid of waste, fraud, and abuse. And you know who he puts in charge of it? Joe Biden. Vice President Biden announces the U.S. will halt production of the excess dollar coins and save $5 million a year by not creating the presidential coin. That's Joe Biden's effort to try and get rid of waste, fraud, and abuse. And he actually said, I have demonstrated continuing commitment to cut waste and protect taxpayers, while he was doing just the opposite with his son when he was vice president. But the bottom line here is that we've got to cut back on waste, fraud, and abuse. We can do it, and it just shouldn't be political. Brian is right. Just do it.
Dana, it is kind of interesting watching Obama's demeanor when he was reading that. It looked like he felt like it was BS. He wasn't hiding the fact that he was reading from a teleprompter. Right. He didn't mean it. He didn't mean it. Maybe he wanted more, or maybe he didn't believe in it. But it was so different than the way Trump does. I mean, It
also looks so old. Like, if you look back, the video that the Trump folks put out about the El Salvador flight compared to like things like this, just how far the White House has come in terms of like President Trump knowing how to use the medium well to his advantage. One thing you mentioned like not having politicians try to make the cuts. That's why they had the Brat Commission on military bases, right? Because the politicians are never going to want to get rid of it. So they said, fine, the commission can do it, and then they can say, well, it's not my fault. Like, don't blame me, constituents, it's their fault. The other problem is Democrats are so entrenched with government unions, which I think government unions should be reconsidered anyway. But so if you're so entrenched with a government union, any cut then is a direct and existential threat to your well-being.
Yes, you make a lot of sense, young lady. All right.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.